On this episode of the podcast, we're going to talk about something that we all need: friendship. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the vlog. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the little notification bell so YouTube tells you when I post these episodes, which should be every Friday at 12 Standard Eastern Time. So what's been going on with me this week? One of the biggest thing I did this week was I had breakfast with a friend, and we probably talked for a good 2 hours. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you probably already heard this story, but I'm going to go more in depth on here since I have a little more time. But one of the things that I find very important, especially now more than ever with all the technology and everything, is that I feel that human interaction should be like your biggest thing. It's so easy to just sit there and send your emails or send DMs or whatever. It's so easy to just feel lonely, even though like you're technically interacting with people, like you're really not. Having that one-on-one time with a really close friend is super important. I can't stress that enough. I really suggest, weekly carving out some time, even if it's just 30 minutes, to just sit down and have a conversation with a close friend. And that really should be a close friend, not just anybody. Like, who can you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to, and you don't have to worry about them flapping their gums to somebody else or gossiping about you behind your back? Like, who can you have a close, intimate relationship with? In the Bible, it talks about David and his good friend Jonathan. Like, they were the best of friends. Although Jonathan knew that David was going to be anointed king after his father, Jonathan's father, Jonathan still was David's best friend. Like, he did everything within his power to protect David, to keep his father Saul, Jonathan's father, away from him, and make sure that David succeeded where he could. They made a pact together to protect each other and to just continue to be best friends. And till the end, Jonathan had David's back no matter what. And even after his death, David still had Jonathan's back and helped protect his family members. So I highly suggest, you find yourself a friend like that, because in this world, people say it's a dog-eat-dog world or whatever, but you need to throw that away. You need a friend, a good, solid friend. I saw a study that said that a majority of millennials say they have 0 close friends. No, that's unacceptable behavior. And you need to go ahead and find one person, anybody, that you just mesh well with, click with, that you can just tell anything to, and they got your back. They're your ride or die. Who can you talk to about anything? Like this person that I met with this week, I felt perfectly comfortable talking about all the times that I thought about killing myself, or what's going on in my life, what's going on with my kids, what's going on with my wife, what's going on with my business. And I felt perfectly comfortable, no problems. I have this person. I feel like I have 2, but one person is just harder to get a hold of just because our schedules don't mesh well. But even if I have 1.5 people, that's infinitely better than 0. You need to find yourself one person, not someone vapid, someone a skin deep conversation. You need to find somebody that you can just deep dive into your soul and you just mesh well with. I highly suggest it. I don't have any books about that. I'm just talking from personal experience, just being 100% authentic with you. You need that person. But this person needs to be able to call you out on your crap. They should be able to say, hey, you're messing up. Dude, what's the deal? You need that person that needs to hold you accountable. And you're going to be mad at that person because they're going to tell you some stuff that you don't want to hear. But you need them. Iron sharpens iron, for real. So you need to sit down and just, I mean, there's countless amount of books talking about leadership, building yourself up, whatever, about going ahead, look at the 5 closest people to you, and then like getting rid of people that are just worthless, you know? Who's now building you up? Who's putting you down? Like, who's taking you down the wrong direction? Like, who are these people? Like, you need to find out who those people are and if they should really be in your life anymore. Like, if someone's toxic, like, they're toxic, get rid of them. I don't care that you guys were friends since kindergarten. Like, if they're toxic, get rid of them. They're just bringing you down. Like, who's gonna build you up? That's what you need. You need somebody to build you up. I know I need that. So you need it too. What qualifies somebody as someone that builds you up? I mean, who generally makes you feel good? And not in the like shallow kind of way, like they bring here's ice cream or whatever. Like when you talk to this person, like generally like they're good. Like they're positive. They build other people up. Because I don't know about you, but I've had plenty of people in my life that every time you talk, like, oh man, it's like, oh, my mom just got this really rare form of cancer, and like I declare bankruptcy, and like every conversation is like that. It doesn't matter when it is, when you're talking to this person, like everything's just horrible. Nothing good ever happens to this person. And their frame of reference is just completely negative and corrupt. Like you need to stay away. That person is a cancer and you need to push them away. That sounds kind of harsh, but I mean, I like the analogy of like what you do when someone's drowning. When someone's drowning, you don't go save them because what are they going to do? They're drowning. So they're going to push you down to save themselves. Like that's what that negative person is. Like they're going to put you down to save themselves. They're trying not to drown, and you need to see that. Like the best thing for this person is for you not to be around them. If you're a trained professional, like you can go ahead and try and help them however you can, but for the rest of us, like that's not our jobs. Like we need to just cut these people out of our lives completely. If they're your family members, I know you're gonna see them at Thanksgiving, but for the most part, like just don't talk to these people. They're no good for you. And luckily, I have a couple people in my life that are like that. You know, are positive, that they build me up. They tell me books to read so that I can be the best self that I can be. You know, when I make mistakes in my business, you know, they help guide me through it. And I mean, like just this week, we had a mistake, and it wasn't anything really bad that we did on our end, but apparently we've made a couple posts of some listings that weren't for my agent, and I mean we were just taking them straight from the website, so I don't know how that happened, but it got remedied. You know, we developed a new process so that doesn't happen again, but you know, we moved forward and we were diligent. We moved fast, because one thing that with the internet nowadays, like you gotta work on reputation. Like that's super important. And once you tarnish your reputation, it's extremely difficult to recover from that. And being in the area that I'm in, we're a small community, so word travels fast, and you have to watch out with every move that you make. But having people around you that have your back, like you're gonna be solid. But also remember that you can be that toxic friend. You can be that cancer in somebody's life. So you need to look around and seeing like what's going on in my life and how can I make it better. I know I kind of just glazed over the mistake that was done this week, but luckily, you know, the person that I work for, they're cool. They talk to me like a person because they understand that I am their partner. And finding clients like that is huge. Clients that understand that you're not just like their slave, that you're actually a partner in helping them build what they're trying to build. Like you're helping them build their business. So it does them no good to treat you like trash. Because you know what? I can just be like, bye. No, I don't need you in my life. Like, this is ridiculous. No. I can say no. And I'm going to tell you no, because I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to just deal with toxic people. My burn rate is good enough where I can handle, not having a client for a while. And I can go ahead and work on my business and finding somebody else. But that didn't happen. You know why? Because I have a partner that understands that we're in this together. We're building it together. And that's super important. You need more clients like that. I need more clients like that. Because at the end of the day, when the recession hit, and remember, it's going to hit and it's coming soon, those are the people you need. They're the ones that are going to be referring you new customers. Even though, the recession's coming. They know you're going to have to lower your prices because nobody has money. Like, when the bubble bursts, like, what are you going to do? This college debt bubble, like, it's coming. Like, be prepared. It's going to be worse than 2008. And these people, they're going to help you get through it. So I implore you, find you at least one friend that's like that. That's your ride or die. Who's the Jonathan to your David? You gotta find these people. If you can find a mentor, somebody that's like a really good mentor, they're gonna give you books to read, that they're gonna give you solid business advice. They're not really your friend, but it's like almost like that. Like, you need to find one of those too. And you need to find yourself somebody that you can mentor, your mentee. That's one of the things that's gonna help you grow exponentially. Because you're gonna see, like, oh, the things that worked for me, like, I remember that situation, like, that happened to me. Like, here's how I handled it. Here's my 2 cents about that. What do you think about that? And, like, you can have this dialogue and conversation, and you can just grow in your experience. You can go ahead and grow in your knowledge. 3 heads are better than 1. I mean, you're talking about 3 completely separate lives, and you just kind of overlap somewhere in your lives, and it's just gonna help you. I guarantee you, it's nothing but the best thing for you. It's gonna be this: to have a mentor-mentee relationship with people. It can be somebody in your office. It can be, you can start up a coffee group of like-minded individuals and just mentor each other, help each other out. I am a young professional. I am a young business owner. So what should I do? I should be with other young business owners. But I should also be talking to business people that have been in it a while, that have been in it 10, 12 years, 20 years, that understand the game. They understand the market fluctuations. They understand marketing and advertisement. Like, they understand these things and these concepts. And, social media is cool and all, but, like, there's a bigger picture, and we need to all figure that out. Here's a question of the week. What's one benefit that you see from having a strong relationship with another person? Comment below. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For those of you that are new, my name is Irving Hill. I am the owner of Irving Hill Designs, and I do creative work for real estate professionals. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and check out the links in the bio for links to my website and things that I think will better your life. Thanks, and have a great day.